welcome back to another episode of Staring It Out with Tiara Monique. On today's issue of political news, we have evangelicals calling for the end of Trumpism. Let's check out this clip and we'll talk about it on the other side.
Within the party will take a lot longer to heal as members and movements continue to blindly follow Donald Trump's refusal to admit defeat. Among those are some members of the evangelical community. And yesterday on Twitter, the prominent Southern Baptist evangelical leader, Beth Moore, called out to people of faith for not moving away from Trumpism. She tweeted, quote, "I do not believe these are days for mincing words. I'm 63 and a half years old, and I've never seen anything in these United States of America I found more astonishingly seductive and dangerous to the saints of God than Trumpism. This Christian nationalism is not of God. Move back from it." She went on, "Fellow leaders, we will be held responsible for remaining passive in this day of seduction to save our own skin while the saints we've been entrusted to serve are being seduced, manipulated, used, and stirred up into a lather of zeal devoid of the Holy Spirit for political gain." Wow. Let's bring in senior editor at the Dispatch, a columnist for Time, David French, who's out with his own warning against fealty to the president, entitled "The Dangerous Idolatry of Christian Trumpism." Also with us, Pulitzer Prize-winning historian and Rogers Chair in the American Presidency at Vanderbilt University, John Meacham, who unofficially advises President-elect Joe Biden, and Republican strategist and senior advisor to the Lincoln Project, Susan Del Percio, joins us. Good to have you all.
Great to have all of you here. David French, so I'm not sure, I don't know if Beth Moore is a Baptist or not. We just assume in the South that everybody's a Southern Baptist. But I mean, it's a pretty good assumption. I mean, occasionally when you have somebody that talks real pretty, they're Episcopalians. That's why we got Meacham here. But Beth is such a fascinating case because, I grew up, and when at First Baptist Church, I never met Beth, but, she had come to Pensacola, and I was like, wow, she fills up the Pensacola Civic Center. And she has been one of the most important voices in the evangelical movement for a very long time, especially among women. And I thought what she said was really consistent with what she's been saying over the past few years, except she was just a lot more direct with it. And I'll be really honest with you, a lot of people I've looked up to my entire life have just acted shamefully over the past 4 years of Trumpism. A lot of pastors in Pensacola, Florida that I know and love acted shamefully during the age of Trump. Shamefully, let me say it again, shamefully guiding their flock in a direction they know is a lie. But this obviously is heavy on your heart as well. Tell me about it and your column.
Yeah, I think both Beth and me, and it was incredibly brave of her. She's been very brave throughout this entire process, speaking truth here. And I think a lot of us, me included, Beth included, and some others, watch what happened in this Jericho march in D.C., which included Eric Metaxas and other Christian leaders. And what we saw there wasn't normal, what you would call normal political, normal Christians involved in politics or normal involvement of Christianity in politics. What we saw was a dangerous fanaticism. And this is something that I think that people need to be aware of. What you're dealing with is there's a subset of Christians who support Trump, certainly not all, I don't think most, but a subset of Christians who support Trump, who believe that God had a very specific call on his life, and that any effort to stop him from having a second term is demonically inspired, is satanically inspired, and it's breeding this degree of fanaticism, this degree of religious fanaticism that I think could have real danger. And I don't think it's any coincidence that we have seen that we then saw violence later that same night. I mean, this is something that needs to be addressed squarely and directly and condemned squarely and directly, including by Christian leaders who supported Donald Trump.
So, David, I mean, like, this is just, it's nauseating because you and I both were. Are you Southern Baptist, by the way?
No, I'm Presbyterian.
Oh, my
PCA.
God.
Look at this.
Holy cow.
Wow.
You're a lefty. But anyway,
No, I was
in the
predestined to be a Presbyterian. Sorry.
Oh, that's true. Exactly. Okay. So, but you and I in the 1990s, how many Sundays did we go to Sunday school and have people telling us, you know, character counts and you can't have a godly nation if Bill Clinton's in the White House? And we heard it from the pulpits, and we heard it on Wednesday nights at Wednesday night supper, and we heard it in training union, our kids, we heard it everywhere. It permeated all of Christian culture from 1992 to 2000 when character mattered. That's all we heard. And now you have people saying, like, I'm going to say former Christian leaders, saying you must die for Donald Trump. This is worth dying for a man who, I judge nobody, twice divorced, all right? But if I can figure this out, twice divorced, my God, have mercy on these other people who are perfect saints. Go down every beatitude, every single beatitude. Donald Trump is the antithesis. It's not like he's a little off from the Beatitudes. He is the antithesis of every beatitude by the standard that they used on Bill Clinton, by the standard they used on every leader they've ever voted for. Donald Trump fails time and again, and now they're saying he's worth dying for?
All right, you guys, you heard it right here on Stirring It Up with Tierra Monique. So do you think that Trump is worth dying for? Please let us know how you feel in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button to become a friend. And sharing is caring, so let everyone know. Until next time, be your best. Bye. You know what? All I can hear Mitch McConnell say is let them eat cake.